You are tired. I know. You promised yourself you would change yesterday. You said you would wake up early. You said you would go to the gym. You said you would build that business. But here you are. Again. Negotiating with yourself. 5 more minutes, you say. I'll start tomorrow, you whisper. We live in an age of comfort. We have never been safer. We have never been fuller. We have never had more entertainment. And yet, we have never been weaker. Laziness is not just a habit. It is a disease. It is a slow-acting poison that rots your potential from the inside out. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you are training your mind to be weak. You are forging a chain, link by link, that binds you to mediocrity. Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman in Japanese history, did not have the luxury of laziness. If he slept in, he died. If he skipped training, he died. If he lost focus for 1 single second, he died. You might say, but I am not a samurai. I am not fighting for my life. And that is your mistake. Because you are fighting for your life. You just don't realize it yet. You are fighting for the life you could have lived. And right now, the lazy version of you is winning. Today, we are going to learn how to kill that version of you. Not with motivation, but with the code of the sword. To understand discipline, we must look at where Musashi started. He was not born a master. In his youth, he was wild, violent, arrogant. He was known as Benasuk. He was like a wild beast who relied on brute strength and anger. He threw himself into battles without strategy. He slept in the dirt. He never bathed. He was a force of nature, but he was not disciplined. And because of this, he was nearly destroyed. After surviving the slaughter of Sekigahara, Musashi realized something profound. Anger is not power. Emotion is not power. And raw talent is not enough. He realized that if he wanted to be invincible, he had to conquer the wildest animal of all. Himself. He disappeared into the wilderness. He began a process called Shugyo. This was not a 30-minute gym session. This was not a 75 hard challenge. This was a lifestyle of total, agonizing deprivation. He stopped seeking a soft bed. He stopped seeking delicious food. He stopped seeking the company of women. He removed every single thing in his life that gave him cheap dopamine. Why? Because he knew that comfort makes the spirit soft. He wrote in his final text, "Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Look at your life. What do you seek? Sugar. Likes. Porn. Netflix. Warmth. You are drowning in pleasure. And that is why you have no power. To build unbreakable discipline, you must first learn to starve the part of you that begs for treats." Musashi famously said, 1,000 days of training to develop, 10,000 days of training to polish. Let that sink in. 3 years, just to start. 30 years, to polish. In the modern world, we quit after 3 days if we don't see results. We post one video and get mad it didn't go viral. We diet for a week and get mad we don't have abs. Musashi understood the concept of forging. You cannot forge a sword with one strike. You must heat it, fold it, and strike it. Over and over again. Discipline is not a hack. It is repetition. There is a story of Musashi engaging the Yoshioka clan. He knew he would be outnumbered. How did he prepare? He didn't panic. He didn't look for a shortcut. He simply practiced. He visualized the fight 1,000 times in his head before he even drew his blade. This is the rule you need to memorize. You can only fight the way you practice. If you practice being lazy, by hitting snooze, by procrastinating, by doing half-assed work, Then when the big moment comes, you will fail. You think you will turn it on when it matters? No. You will revert to your training. And your training is laziness. But physical discipline is only half the battle. The real enemy is inside your head. It is that voice. You know the one. The voice that says, "It's too cold today. Just one more video. Nobody is watching, it doesn't matter." Musashi called the state of conquering this voice, the void. In the Book of Five Rings, the Book of the Void represents the state of no mind. It does not mean being stupid. It means being free from the clutter of thoughts. When you are lazy, your mind is noisy. It is arguing with itself. I should do this, but I don't want to, maybe later. That argument drains your energy. The master does not argue. He decides. And then he acts. There is no gap between the thought and the action. When the alarm rings, a master does not think, "I am tired." He simply stands up. When the work is hard, he does not think, "This hurts." He simply works. He removes the emotion from the action. You must learn to dissociate from your feelings. Your feelings are valid, but they are irrelevant. Are you tired? Irrelevant. The work must be done. Are you sad? Irrelevant. The training must be done. This is the void. It is the place where excuses go to die. Why was Musashi so disciplined? Was he motivated? Was he inspired? No. He was aware of death. The samurai carried the concept of memento mori in their hearts constantly. They knew that any sunrise could be their last. When you truly understand that your time is limited, laziness becomes offensive. Imagine you have a bank account. Every day, $86,400 are deposited. But at the end of the day, whatever you didn't spend is deleted. Burned. That is your time. 86,400 seconds. Every single day. When you spend 2 hours scrolling on Instagram, you are burning that currency. You are taking the most precious gift in the universe, life itself, and throwing it in the trash. Musashi wrote, "Generally speaking, the way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death. If you knew you were going to die in 1 year, would you spend today watching TV? Or would you build your legacy? The lazy version of you assumes you have time. The master knows, you do not. So, here we are. You have listened to the philosophy. You have heard the stories. But listening changes nothing. Knowledge without action is just vanity. The lazy version of you is waiting for this video to end so he can click on the next one. He wants to keep consuming motivation, so he feels like he is achieving something. Do not let him win. I have a challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, you will live by the code of the Dakoto. You will not seek pleasure. You will accept reality. You will do the hard things immediately, without arguing with your mind. If you feel the urge to quit, remember the sword. Remember the forge. Remember that you are fighting for your life. Kill the lazy version of you. Bury him in the past. And walk the path alone.